We hope you'll see that we are welcoming and spiritually passionate, and that getting to know you is a big deal to us. We know that the road is rough sometimes, but we'll work really hard to bring you practical and relevant messages to equip and encourage you through life's ups and downs. We want you to know that we care about this community, and we believe that it's our job to make it a better place. So, no matter who you are or where you've been, we're glad you're here with us today, and we hope that you'll join us on our journey, following Christ and living out His plan for us. So, welcome to church.
Hey, guys.
Welcome
back. Well, as you can see, we are all in a Christmas spirit. Thank you for tuning in to the City Believers podcast. So, how's everybody doing today?
Feeling jolly.
Yeah. Your antlers are feeling jolly too.
Huh?
Your antlers.
I appreciate it.
I know. What about you? Okay. How are you feeling today?
Holly and Jolly.
Holly and jolly. Well, you can see this is our Christmas episode, and thank you for tuning in once again. With this season, we want to just give some light into the world and to show some Christmas joy. So we decided, all three of us had a question to ask ourselves: what does Christmas mean to you? We all picked verses out of the Bible, obviously, to help us understand what Christmas means to us. So, Darius, you want to go ahead and start?
All right, mine comes from 1 John 4, verse 9. It all simply says this is how God showed His love among us. He sent His one and only Son into the world that we might live through Him. So simply, what Christmas means to me, celebrate for a different reason, because of Jesus, constantly giving thanks to Him and how He shows His love for us, living through Him, that we may, spread light into the world. So.
Like that. That's good. Mine is John chapter 1, verse 9 through 10. The true light which gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through Him. With this verse, it just gives me such joy to know that He is the light of the world. And when I think of lights, I think of Christmas lights. I think of decorating the tree. I think of spending time with the ones you love that God has placed in your life, and to just be jolly and be happy in this time of season. I know sometimes with this season it brings depression and anxiety, but for God, He loved all of us, and to be the light of the world, that's something to celebrate.
That was really good. Mine also comes from John.
Wow, did we all do John?
I didn't like 1 John, but
Oh,
Oh, this
okay.
is John 1, chapter 29. It says, "Behold, the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world." There's also another one that I really like, though. It's 2 Corinthians 9:15. "Thanks be unto God for His unspeakable gift." When I think of those two things, like who takes away sin from the world and an unspeakable gift, when I think about Christmas, I think about how God sent His only Son. And then also too how it is an unspeakable gift, and on Christmas everybody loves gifts.
Yes.
I don't really like to be the recipient of gifts. I like to be the giver of gifts.
Same.
But
that's all
I'm
of us. I rather give.
terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible at keeping it a secret.
I'm
I already showed Cambria hers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I rather give than receive.
Yeah.
Versus-
Same. Because I like
But
to
I feel
see
like
their
when
faces.
I was little, though, I was like, oh yeah, my Barbie house gonna be waiting for me.
Oh yeah, most
Well, you said
definitely.
you gave her gifts. All right, where mine then?
Ooh.
I haven't found a good one for you yet.
Cut the cameras off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I feel like with us, since we're older now, our meaning of Christmas has changed. When we were little, it was all about gifts. And I feel like for me, it's all about just having the people around you that are living and breathing, and even the ones that we lost, we still are thankful for them when they were here, So I'm thankful for that.
Did y'all ever question your parents about why there were Santa Clauses in the malls?
Yeah, go like, why is he here? You're supposed to be in the North Pole.
Y'all want to know the story that my mom gave me? She said that Santa Claus has millions of brothers, and they all look alike. And so while he's in the North Pole, they come down here so kids can be able to see him, because he wants kids to be able to see him, because on Christmas Eve, if you see Santa Claus, you can't see him or he won't bring you gifts. And I used to be that kid that would wait up. I mean, up. I'd eventually fall asleep, and my kids would
I was like, everybody
Yep,
just sit
yep.
in front of their chimney. Like, say, yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my,
we'll catch it this time.
yes,
We didn't have a
yes.
chimney, and I asked my mom, how he gonna get in? Because in the story, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and all through the
There you
house on a Christmas story, and down through the chimney with the basket of, or with the without a care or whatever. My grandparents didn't have a chimney. I go, how he gonna get in?
Somebody must gave him a key.
That's
Knock
my
on the
mom-
door.
My sister has one too because they don't have a chimney at their house, and the girls were like, "Why? How he gonna get in? He just gone."
I got questions.
And my sister was like, "He's Santa Claus. He's magic."
Hey,
Magic.
Snap his fingers.
Yep. But with Christmas, it brings a lot of memories. So, what's one of your favorite fond memories of Christmas time?
As I got older, I recognized Christmas as like Thanksgiving part 2. Because it really for me is it's just really getting it together with family or friends. Just celebrating, have a good time. We
Good,
all
yeah.
talk about especially with my grand aunt because she like prophetic, but like like one of those real like heavy Christian aunties. Shout out to you. I get a verse from her every single morning. So sit time and pray. All commune together. Talking about the goodness of God. Some blessing us lately.
Of course, Michaela.
Mine is sad, but then good. So one Christmas I got. Do you guys remember when Harley Davidson came out with bicycles and it had the really big back tire and it was like a chopper? I forgot what they were called, but they were called choppers. Well,
a long
time ago.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
well, I got one for Christmas one year. Well, it ended up getting stolen out of our shed, and it was my favorite thing. I used to ride my bike up and down the street. I loved it. I thought I was like my dad because my dad drove a motorcycle, so I would go like I would pretend I was on a motorcycle. Well, I remember asking Santa I wanted a bike again. Well, when I woke up Christmas morning, it was in my grandmother's house, and I was so excited to get another one. Well, years later, I had found out that my mom couldn't afford it, and she told my dad what had happened, and my dad ended up coming the day before Christmas, dropping it off with her, hiding it in my grandparents' shed, so that way, in the middle of the night, my grandpa and grandma went out and brought it in the house for me.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I loved that bike. I was so sad when I got rid of it.
That's good.
Yeah, it was my favorite. But now I have a new favorite memory. Last year, so we created our own traditions, which I'll get into that question in a minute. But my husband and I created our own tradition with our son, Andrew, where we go see Christmas lights. In Athens, they have like over 1 million lights. And they're open on Christmas Eve. So my husband's Hispanic, so we celebrate Christmas Eve. That's when we celebrate with his family, and then my family, we celebrate the 25th. Well, on Christmas Eve, we go and see Christmas lights. Well, last year, Andrew was just like, wow, and pointing out the window and like talking about the lights. So I'm really excited to see how he reacts this year. Also, we have a special guest in the building, which is my son Andrew, so please excuse him.
Well, that's good. I mean, and then there's more memories to come as he gets older, too. So that's a good thing. I think mine will have to be when I was younger, my mom would have Christmas in Groesbeck. And if you don't know what Groesbeck is, I-45, head south. And we would just spend the whole Christmas day, the whole weekend there. But my favorite memory that comes to mind when I think about it is I got a Game Boy. And I was a gamer back then. I really was. Like, when I tell you...
Was it the color or like the advance?
No, it was a silver. It was silver. I can remember it to this day.
Yep,
it was a flip up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an
those are
old
advanced.
school one, the
Yeah.
flip
Oh,
up.
like the ones that look like the foldable phones?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I had 3 games that I remember to this day. It was the Mario one that they had. It was a new version of the Mario that they put on the Game Boy. And then it was a Shrek one. They had a Shrek one that I was obsessed with. I had to get all the coins and stuff. I'd play that for hours. And then they had a Strawberry Shortcake one. You know, little girl?
See, I had a Game Boy. I wish I could have had normal games. I had But Ugly Martians, this kind of hero Kashima game. And the only normal game I had on there was the, what game was it? The Bratz game.
Yes.
That
I
was
had
it.
that one
That
too.
was the only
Yep.
normal. I was like, these are not normal games.
But they advanced after that because that was the first year that it dropped, and then it advanced with more games as it grew on with the year. But that was my fondest memory. Like she kept telling me, I guess I had an attitude, obviously, when on my way there to Grows Back, and she was like, "You're not getting it. Don't even think about it." And I'm just like, I wanted that Game Boy so bad. But Christmas morning, she said, open a particular gift that she wanted me to open, and that was the first gift that I had. And I straightened up. So thanks, Mom. I straightened up that day because I wanted that Game Boy.
So so you said the fondest memory. What is the most ridiculous thing you ever asked Santa for? I asked for my parents to get back together. It didn't seem ridiculous then, but looking back now, I was like, that's pretty ridiculous.
Don't say ridiculous, but like, I just want to see my dad for Christmas.
Aw, that's not
That's
ridiculous,
mine.
though.
That would be mine. That would be mine.
Oh, but on the memory part, I remember being a kid, right? Twin and I were really big on Pokemon. Really big on Pokemon. So I got mine first. So I got a Nintendo DS. On
Okay,
Christmas,
that
right?
was big too.
And I got like maybe a couple months later he got his. So yeah, we was both saving him for a certain game, right? They're like, we bought this little thing called Extra Replay. You can put like cheat codes on it. So like we got all the cheat codes, everything. Like we just had at it every single
That's
time.
a good
like,
one.
Battling out. So like
That's
yeah, Pokemon was most of my
Did you guys
childhood.
ever play on the Nintendo? Did you have a Nintendo DS?
after
Yeah.
that. Mine was
Yeah.
Game Boy.
But did you ever play the puppy game where you could like wash your dogs?
Okay. Yep, I remember that game. Was that the
oh,
one
yeah,
with the
I
pencil?
Yeah, that's a Nintendo, girl.
Oh, okay. I had
Yeah,
to
the little
remember.
stencil, yeah,
Okay,
the little
okay,
Yeah,
because that's
and
the
then
one.
We
Okay.
used to go to UIL with those. I remember I got one for Christmas, and then like after Christmas you do UIL. We would go to UIL and we would use the little Nintendo chat boxes, and that's how we would talk. And there would be people
Yep.
from other schools,
Yep.
and we would talk to the kids from the other schools with our. You would just see
Oh yeah.
Yep.
hundreds.
I remember that. I
Hundreds
remember
of
that.
sixth graders done with their UIL stuff just over there on DSs.
Yep,
all of
I
them.
remember that.
Yeah,
And then
I remember making my Pokemon game. I just randomly connect with somebody. Like, hey, you want to battle real quick, sir?
and
I
then
just
they
remember,
had that.
I remember just being in the chats and being like, "Ooh, whose chat is this?" Man, what a time to be alive.
They had a game where you can click the what game was it when you can click the dancers or the singers and you had to tap with the rhythm and they would clap
Oh,
their
yeah.
hands. That was a good game. My cousin had that and I played it for hours when she got her first one. And
Yeah, I had
oh
one,
man, that was
and I
good.
think it was. I can't remember. Oh, it was a Grease game. I had a Grease game. I think it was. I remember it having a song from Grease on there, and you had different levels you had to do.
That's good. That's good. We had some good gifts back then. I remember
I
I
miss
had
my- I
a
miss my
Barbie
DS, man.
easy baked oven. I remember
I
that.
got an easy bake oven, and I'm pretty sure I gave my mom food poisoning. Those things didn't cook all the way through, and I was just over there like, "This is great." Just
I
eating
looked one up.
batter.
I looked one up. Guess how much they're worth
Like
now?
150.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
they're expensive.
Yeah.
But they're a lot better now. I've heard they're basically just conventional ovens.
I mainly got like a lot of clothes and
Clothes.
like Bluetooth speakers.
My grandparents
what?
always gave me the clothes.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
my
the
mom,
really
like,
cute like JC Penney
Yep.
outfits.
Yeah.
Back
They'd come in
then,
the white boxes. I'd be like, dang.
I didn't appreciate the clothes, but now, oh, I do now. I'd be like, oh, I got clothes. Oh, bring it.
We used
I
to
love
have
it.
family members that would send us like money, and now they don't. And I'm like, I need the money more now than I did when I was 7.
I do a pair of sneakers, man.
Okay.
Give me the clothes. I need the clothes because I remember every time I opened up a box of a gift that it was given to me and it was clothes, I'd be like, okay, thanks, and then move on to the next one. But now, as I'm older, oh, I could take the
I remember
clothes.
one year I was really bad, and all I got for Christmas was socks. That was it. Every
Must have
gift
been really
was socks.
bad. You didn't get coal, you got socks.
I got socks.
Must have been really bad.
Yeah.
Well, they cared enough to
Probably.
have your feet warm, so I
Yeah.
mean.
Well, and see, my favorite time of year now is like Christmas because my sister's dad, or dad-in-law, or father-in-law, he gets everybody shoes, and I always look forward to it because I always know I'm getting a new pair of shoes in December.
My great grandmother, God rest her soul, she lived in Palestine, and she couldn't really like drive or whatever. So what she would do around Christmas time, which is my birthday is 2 days before Christmas. Kayla's birthday is also in December, and what she would do is that she would send me cards And every year I would look forward to her cards because I still have them to this day somewhere in my storage. But every year she would handwrite cards with my name, what her wishes were for me for the new year. And every year, money. Every year. Every single year. To the point I was like,
That was my papa.
what? Like,
That great cop prophetic.
yeah, I don't, at some point I was like, she's rich. Like, she has all this money
No,
to
that was-
give.
That was my papa. $20 every Christmas.
Every Christmas. She never
20
missed a
bucks.
beat. It was like, because, you know, obviously my birthday is 2 days before Christmas. So what my mom did was that she separated. And I guess everybody just followed behind her and said, we got to make it sure that she knows that it's separate and not just all at once. So.
Kim's is my sister's is the
Yeah.
24th, and
Yeah.
theirs
Shout
is
out to Kim.
together. She would get like one extra gift, and then she would get so mad because mine's the 13th, and she'd be like, "Oh, but you have like a whole party and then Christmas."
Those are some good memories. What's the saddest memory you have? Christmas.
My first Christmas without my mom. My mom passed away September 13th, 2009, and it was my first Christmas without her in 2009 in December. I actually don't remember much of that Christmas. I blocked a lot of it out. I remember going to my dad's, and my dad, I think, kind of like trying to like, what's the word? Like make up for her not being there. And I remember getting quite a few things, but I said a lot of it just feels like a blur. So, but I do remember just being really upset that she wasn't there.
I would have to say mine would have to be the loss of my great grandmother and my grandfather. My grandmother, she made Christmas memorable because her birthday was December 20th. So it was 3 days after mine. And she started traditions that were just too good to just not to, they were great. And when she passed, it was like the world went still. And everything was just, it wasn't her. And like with her cooking and her talking, and she would always have a Dr. Pepper on her little nightstand. So I will always look for that Dr. Pepper.
Got little bottles.
Yeah, yep. And that was the fondest memory I had of her because she made Christmas for me. That was one of the things I always looked forward to going to Girls Back.
Mine's, yeah, it was just the Christmas where I want to see my dad in and show up. So, yeah, that was, I don't remember, I was a lot younger, but I really didn't ask for anything that year. Like, I simply just wanted to see my dad. So, like, yeah, but, yeah, that year he didn't show up. Yeah, I think I was the saddest one. Most of my Christmases, it's pretty chill. I'll say.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't, not like, cause I was like, grew up not like wanting a whole lot. So,
Oh, And shout out to the single mothers. I gotta shout out to the single mothers who hold it down for Christmas every year. I know for a fact that sometimes when you're a kid and you get all these presents, you don't remember behind the scenes because certain mothers didn't let their child see all that. But now as you get older, you realize the responsibilities that we all have right now as we're older. And for my mom and all the single mothers out there that made it happen when there was no way it could have happened, and y'all provided and y'all showed up every single day with
absolutely.
working in overtime and just showing up for your kids. For me to you, we appreciate you because
Absolutely.
that's something that, I mean, shout out to the single mothers. Like,
Did y'all ever do the Christmas specials at your church, where you went on the 24th?
remember if we
They would
Thank-
do. Our church would have like a certain Sunday, like every Sunday basically before Christmas, and even if it wasn't, they would have something on the 24th. On Christmas or on certain Sundays, like there was one. It was my favorite time to go. They would do the bells, and they would wear the white gloves. They had the giant bells.
Oh, okay,
And they would do
yeah,
they would do the Christmas carols with the bells.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
loved going. I always wanted to do it. And then I also remember that our front pew, like the front part of the stage, would always be full of poinsettias. Just beautiful poinsettias.
Yep, they're
And
out
then
now. Yep.
I remember on the 24th, we would go up to the church and they would do, like, you would sing Christmas carols. They would tell the story. They would teach about the story of Jesus and him being born, them going to the manger, and we would hold candles. And, like, we would do, like, a candle lit ceremony stuff.
I remember doing something like that when I was in the 5th grade. And actually we did like a little like Christmas play. Like
Yep,
I remember having
yep.
like, cause I
Oh, yeah, I
forgot
remember
what character I
doing
played,
that.
but like I was center in the middle. We had like little songs in between there.
Oh yeah.
So,
Or like doing your Christmas shows at school, like in
Yeah.
elementary.
Yep. That was good. Or
I
Christmas
remember
parties.
having a really big part in one. I was Mary in one of my like Christmas plays. It was great.
They're fond memories, especially like during the elementary school phase that we are.
Oh my
like,
gosh, the Christmas
oh,
parties.
Christmas parties
when
were
they would bring
always.
the sugar cookies, the
Oh
frosting,
my goodness!
and we would just make crafts. Usually just
Oh.
be sugared out.
Did you guys do White Elephant?
Not until we got like older, and I do it a lot at work now. Like we do White Elephant at work. a
Yeah,
lot.
that's something I look
yeah,
forward to.
Around work, yeah, it was mainly.
I look forward to that.
I'm sorry. As far as like sugar cookies, I'm not a fan of frosting. I don't like frosting. I don't like icing.
Like the ones
It's-
that are kind of like
yeah,
soft.
like,
Oh,
it's
those
just
are
too
my
much. It's like-
favorite.
It's too much.
So you're the kid in school that was like, no, thank you, I don't want that.
Well, like, they got like brownies and stuff like that.
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah.
See, I used to can't stand the moms that would bring fruit. It's a Christmas party. Why are you bringing
All
watermelon?
right, hear me out. Like, I mean,
I
like,
would eat it, but I'm like, you could have brought like frosted, or like you could have brought coated pretzels. You could have brought chips, fruit in the
On
middle
sale.
of December.
It was probably on
The
sale.
mom's trying to tell us something.
Yo,
Hey, that family must have said, hey, either they get fruit or they get nothing. So it is what it is. Yeah, they had to choose. But that's something I remember too. And especially when it snowed. Obviously in Texas, it's like night and day. When
I was about to say when.
I know, right?
Uh,
If we
That
ever
was
get
until
one.
February that
Yeah.
it snowed.
But there
if
was
we
one
got snow.
if we got snow. But there was one particular year where we did get snow, and I'm talking about years ago, like maybe when we were in elementary school, possibly.
Probably. I remember having a picture of me in like a jacket and there was snow outside, and my mom was like, "That was your Christmas."
So that's something to look forward to.
Right time, like I got snow right before. It was like right before Christmas. I was in the 6th grade. I was living in California. We was out for school for like a week because like it was like a week before Christmas. Then we went into Christmas break.
Yeah,
I
those
wish-
2 weeks.
I wish jobs did Christmas break.
Shout out to the jobs that
Not
do
for real.
provide for you to have
So, what,
time
like
off.
teachers? Like teachers?
You mean
Yes.
teachers?
Yeah,
Well,
teachers.
Well, yeah.
specifically?
Well, I mean, there's certain. Well, yeah, no, it is teachers. So shout out to y'all because y'all get to enjoy and relax, while us working 3 people have to go
I
in.
only got Monday off.
Really?
Well, I asked off for Tuesday and Wednesday, but I only got Monday off at my job. Yeah,
It said nope.
we're off the 25th and the 1st, and that's it.
Oh,
But,
Well, ABC's only off 3 days,
3 days. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
which is that's a whole other story. But
Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all.
What?
Yes.
So you were talking about traditions. Is there any like tradition you would like to start within the future?
Like for my family,
Or just family,
yes,
anybody.
I want to
Yeah.
do handmade ornaments, like where they do like the handprints or the footprints, or where he makes an ornament. My mom had a lot of those. Like I have one on my tree right now, and it's like a reindeer I made in like 1st grade. It's like the popsicle sticks. It's got the eyes, like antlers. Yeah, but
Ooh, that's nice.
It's one of those that like, now that I'm a mom, I want to look back and see how small he was at one point. Like his little handprint on my Christmas tree, or like when we have like, and then our second one, I can see like how big they are now, and like things that like keepsakes, and so eventually they could have it for their tree. And because I have a lot of
I
ones
like
that
that.
I made that my mom would put on our tree, and now I have those.
Good one. I think mine's a big, but it's okay to dream. When I eventually start a family one day, I would like to go to New York around Christmas time.
It's beautiful.
I just that was the first thing that popped up in my head when you asked the question. So that's something that I want to experience Home Alone when they were in New York. But just to see
You
how
wanna experience you been alone, somebody robbing your house?
well, not that, but
And meeting Donald Trump.
well, no, but just the whole experience of the Rockefeller Center and Times Square and just the snow and all of that.
Are
That's
you prepared to be that cold?
yeah.
During Christmas time, there's not a lot of people out in New York because
it's
the
freezing
snow
outside.
is so high.
That's
though.
why I want to go because I'm prepared.
I think you are.
I'm
Again,
I'm prepared.
there's not people out because the
There is.
snow is so high.
Well, I'm a
They're
planet.
inside.
I'm a planet. Okay, you're not gonna ruin my dream for me. But
Listen,
I,
I'm not
listen to
ruining
show
it.
all of it.
I'm just. You might want to go before Christmas.
Okay, well, I'll plan ahead to where I can see the feeling of, New York City during Christmas time. But that's a tradition I would like to start. But, I mean, and then probably another one would be to. I never had a real tree. Never had one.
We have a real tree. I'm allergic, but I just take Zyrtec all the time.
I never had a real one, so I would start that tradition as get a real tree.
What about you, Darius?
I say for like my family, kind of like wake up in the morning, just baking different things together. I don't know, for me, like come up with like a new family recipe or something like that, or do like a trip to Colorado. So
That's a good
or,
one. That's a good one.
yeah, like with my friends, just getting together eating, because we're getting older, the older generation. Hopefully, it don't happen soon, but like it's gonna be more like a friendsgiving thing.
I wanna start planning a friends Christmas where we all get together, we can bring like certain cocktails that are kind of themed, or we could do like bring like a dish that starts with your name. But getting all of us together and like I do want to start that preferably next year when everybody's not busy and everybody's not getting married and stuff. But us being able to like since the year is so busy, that's like our one time to be able to come together, play games, just kind of hang out, and do stuff like that. All right,
Like
so there's
that.
a debate that a lot of people have. When do you put up your tree? We put up ours the day after Thanksgiving. We go to Lowe's, we get our tree, and then we come home and put it up.
The
and
day
decorate.
Mariah Carey thaws out and say it's time, it's time.
January, December 1st.
The day she lets out that
There
high
are some
note.
people that put up their trees like November 1st.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
a long
about.
time to keep a tree alive.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well,
yeah,
we do real
the
trees.
beginning, very beginning of December. That'll be like a good
Really,
time.
ours is literally that, like basically Black
Yeah.
Friday. We go and get our tree, and we come home and decorate. Because most of the
Yeah,
times you're
that's-
out of
yeah.
work, you're off of school, so it's a good time for
Yeah,
everybody to be
to-
there to be able to
yep.
decorate and stuff.
That's the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
don't you ever feel kind of sad when stores start like,
Girl, they had Christmas stuff out in September.
yeah, that
Walmart had like most of their It wasn't even Halloween hadn't even happened yet. There were 2 weeks till Halloween, and they were already pushing the stuff out of the aisles to put in Christmas stuff. I said it's October. We still have a whole other month.
It never
What
makes
is wrong
sense.
with
I'm
you?
like,
It never
we still
makes
have
sense.
It just
Thanksgiving.
gets earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
But like, what do people buy for Thanksgiving besides food?
Or like just little decorations, I guess. But yeah,
But that's like fall. You would still get that in October.
It does kind of make me sad though, because it seems like
For me, I'm like, dang, it's not even November, bro.
Mariah
also,
Carey
too,
ain't
a
even
lot of
thawed out
people-
yet.
But also, too, a lot of people see it as like the first part of November is still Christmas, and then Thanksgiving, and then back to Christmas.
back to Christmas. Yeah.
Like Thanksgiving is
crazy.
one day. We were talking about that at work about how we were like, well, Christmas is this like really big holiday that everyone makes it out to be, and then November like Thanksgiving just gets forgot about. And we were on the conversation. Give me one Thanksgiving song.
there's not one.
Hold on.
Besides, we give thanks.
Dang, yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
That's
ain't
not
got
one I don't know
nothing.
about.
Exactly.
You
But
play a bunch of like
Yeah.
family songs, or like
Wait a minute.
family cookout songs.
Hold
the
on.
only thing that I can think of is the Charlie Brown episode, the Thanksgiving.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
that.
But
Then
that's it. There's nothing really else.
Hold on. Yeah, I ain't got nothing. Yeah, that's yeah. Oh, it is.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing that comes to mind is the Charlie Brown's
But when you
Thanksgiving.
think of Christmas, you think of like Mariah Carey, all of these celebrities,
The
do covers of
Grinch.
songs,
Think
the
of the
Grinch.
Grinch.
Like
Christmas
it's just
song.
this really big like holiday. But I feel like some people forget the meaning behind Christmas.
Right.
Which is Jesus.
Born in a manger. Yep. Sorry. There's some Christmas songs that stick. Like every time Christmas comes around, that's the first song you play.
What is y'all's favorite Christmas movie?
The Grinch. I mean, The Grinch.
That's a good
Okay, wait.
Mine's The Polar Express.
Okay, Grinch first, Home Alone second.
Oh wait, no. So ours is The Polar Express. We watch it together as a family too. Like that's one of our things that we started as a family is watching The Polar Express with Tom Hanks. And also my second one is The Santa Claus, the first one with Tim Allen. And then my
That's
third
good.
favorite is The Grinch, but the live action, not the remake.
Shout out to Jim Carrey. You
That's
really.
hard.
That's a great
Christmas
memory I
movie?
have. Is The Grinch.
I'll say my top one is This Christmas, and my second one is the first Our Christmas Story.
Okay, I
first
still
one.
haven't seen that. What's the one you
A
said?
Christmas Story.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Oh, with the lampshade leg, and he goes, "Be careful, you're gonna shoot your eye out." And he's
Yeah.
in the bunny costume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
seen that one.
It's like outlined in the 80s or something like that.
It's a good one. It's confusing but good.
And,
Because they made a live
oh,
action of it. I
The
think. So.
Frosty the Snowman movie.
Story is live action, babe.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, and the
They made a live action.
No, a
the-
musical. It wasn't
Oh,
a musical.
Yeah. No, it was live action. Then
Then
they
it was
made
a
a
musical.
Yeah, then it was
Okay, then that's the one. Okay, yeah, I never seen.
Yeah, my third is the Frosty the Snowman movie. They play it every year.
Oh,
That's
I
a
guess,
good one.
it's-
Yeah.
It's like it's
ABC.
Frosty
I
the
mean,
Snowman.
yeah, you
That's
gotta
Or
play
the
that.
It's a Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
his sad little Christmas tree.
Or the Christmas tree. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Christmas
that's a good one.
tree, oh, Christmas
That
tree.
tree
And
was like
that tree.
was
That
so
tree
bad.
been through it. That
Yeah, that
tree.
tree really did been through it.
But Charlie Brown made it to where he didn't need the gifts underneath the tree. He had his friends, and that's what Christmas
And
is
they
all
all start
about.
singing, oh, Christmas tree.
Yep.
Oh,
And the
Christmas
album
tree."
is really good too. Like
The
the
Charlie Brown Christmas.
yes,
Oh.
the album's really good.
Shout out to ABC for always giving.
Yes.
Oh, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, of
but
course.
The claymation one that they
Oh,
did.
Yes,
one's
that's
really
a good one.
My
That's a
mom
really
and
good
I
one.
used to watch that together. That was my mom.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
all
my
the
mom's
memories.
other favorite Christmas movie was Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie. Look
It
up.
is.
Christmas movie.
It is.
I mean,
Really?
Not really, but it's like filmed during Christmas time. And my mom loved watching it. So she was like, that's my favorite Christmas movie.
There you go.
Another new Christmas.
I'll have to put that on the list. I'll watch that too, and then Our Christmas Story.
I do have a cousin who wanted to watch Pulp Fiction around Christmas, which I thought was crazy. I'm like,
Yikes.
what? It's not your Christmas movie. That was funny.
But that's the good. I mean, we all have our memories that bring us hope and joy around Christmas time, and it's only right that we will wish you a Merry Christmas, and we want you to spend time with the ones you love, and always remember that Jesus is the reason for this season. You know, so
Amen.
again, Merry Christmas to you and your family from all of us from the City Believers podcast. Again, I'm Kimbria.
I'm Darius.
I'm Michaela. Happy holidays. Thanks for
Happy
tuning
holidays,
in.
y'all.
See you next week.
Bye.